Hi, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the three main monotheistic religions. Remember, this whole week we're comparing 5 different religions. So today we're talking about 3. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the other 2. By the end of today, you should be able to answer this question. We're going to look at Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and you need to be able to tell how they are all similar and how they are all different. So make sure you're paying attention, taking your notes. You can answer that question when it comes up at the end. So first, you've got these 3 different symbols. These are the 3 religions we're going to be studying today. Judaism is symbolized by this star. It's called the Star of David. Christianity is symbolized by the cross, and Islam by the star and crescent. So Judaism is the first one because it was the earliest of these 3 religions. It was the first large monotheistic religion ever. And the followers of Judaism, who are known as Jews, they believe that God promised them all of the land in Palestine, what is present-day Israel right here. So right now, Jerusalem, you often hear about the city of Jerusalem. That's in Palestine, and that was the original city of the Jews when they went from Egypt over to there. So according to their holy book, which is called the Torah, make sure you get that down in their notes. The holy book of Judaism is the Torah. A man named Moses led them there from slavery in Egypt. Now that may sound familiar if you have been to a Christian church, because the Christians and the Jews believe many of the same things. It's very similar religions. So Moses, according to the Torah, Moses parted the Red Sea and led the Jews to safety. He also introduced the 10 Commandments. So the belief system that the Jews follow is the 10 Commandments. They also had ideas about a man named Abraham who connected the Jews to God. There are all kinds of other things about Judaism that if you'd like to research, feel free to do so on the internet. But also be wary that some things that people talk about on the internet are not necessarily true. So if you do have a question about something that sounds a little bit suspicious, raise your hand and let me know. This is Moses right here with the 10 Commandments on the tablets. That's a story originally from Judaism. There's a picture of the Torah, which is the Jewish holy book. And now moving on to the next one. So the second large monotheistic religion was Christianity. Christianity came after Judaism. So followers of Christianity, who are known as Christians, they believe that Jesus was the Son of God and was sent to free Christians from their sins. So there's Jesus right there, and they thought that he was sent to earth as the Son of God. So here he is, Jesus. Under Christianity, Christians say that Jesus was killed by the Jews, but he came back to life 2 days later and rose to heaven, which is the day that Christians celebrate Easter. They also believe that all the teachings of God and Jesus are written down in the Holy Bible. And the Holy Bible is really a collection of the Old Testament, which is pretty much the same thing as the Torah, and the New Testament. So they take the Jewish teachings of the Torah, the Old Testament, and then they add on the teachings of Jesus, which were in the New Testament. So that's the difference between Judaism and Christianity. The symbol of Christianity comes from Jesus Christ's crucifixion on the cross, and that's why they use that cross to symbolize Christianity. Islam is the next religion. It was the third large monotheistic religion. And followers of Islam, who are known as Muslims, believe that Moses and Jesus were both prophets. So they thought that they were both connected to God. But they think that there's another prophet who is more recent than Moses and Jesus, and his name was Muhammad. So they believe that 700 years after Jesus, God sent a message down to a man named Muhammad, who wrote God's word into their holy book, which is called the Quran. Make sure you get that in your notes. Now you've got 3 different holy books and 3 different additions to the original ideas. So here's a picture of the Quran. It's written often in gold lettering, very pretty, and uses a classical Arab script. which is written in Arabic, and it's very complicated to read, very difficult. And it's also really long, but this is in addition to the other holy books. So Muslims, they follow a system of beliefs known as the 5 pillars. And the 5 pillars are: first, declaring that there's no God but one God, Muhammad is his messenger. Second, Muslims have to pray 5 times a day facing toward the city of Mecca, which is in Saudi Arabia. And third, there's a holy month of Ramadan in which Muslims fast or don't eat during the entire day. They can eat at night, but not during the day. Fourth, Muslims are supposed to donate a certain percentage of their money to charity. And then last, they're supposed to make a pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca. And Mecca is so important because that's where Muhammad was. That's where Muhammad set up his nation of Islam. And you'll often see pictures of Muslims praying. This is how they pray. They often pray in groups, and they're all facing the same direction towards that city of Mecca where Muhammad set up his nation. This is the city of Mecca here, and there is like the center of the Muslim faith. And so everybody, no matter where they are in the world, is praying towards this place. And if you are a Muslim, you're supposed to make a pilgrimage to this place at some point in your life. So those are the 3 major religions. See now if you can answer the question: how are they similar? How are they different?